Hello everyone, and I'm going to be showing you the route of Bonnie's house because Bonnie's house is one of the hardest stages in the game, and this will work on all versions of the game including PC, Wii, PS3, and as shown here, Xbox 360. So this level is pretty unique because it involves a lot of infinite wall jumping, and if you're not good at infinite wall jumping, I highly suggest practicing that before attempting this because this has a lot. Alright, so first, as soon as you enter, you want to go on these platforms. Make sure you don't go too early, or you will drown in coffee. Simply doing simple double jumps will do that for you. If you don't feel as comfortable, just wait a while for the painting to come up before you jump onto them. But it is not on a direct cycle, it's depending on how the cycle is based depending on how fast you move to object. So the object won't pop up until you're on a certain platform. And so it is faster to actually do that pretty fast and hopping kind of early before the platform actually comes up, slightly before. And once it reaches the top of the coffee, you'll be able to land on it. And that's definitely a little bit more faster. I would say another 3 seconds faster than just waiting for it to be all the way up. So here now you're going to be doing another trick called, like I mentioned earlier, infinite wall jumping. And this is when you infinite wall jump off walls by doing a pause millip kind of like this. So if you don't know the movement, go to Willie's Roundup and choose a wall to wall jump off of. I may do a video on that in the future, but for now, what you want to do is aim for that white column right there. You want to aim for that. So I'm going to do a double jump and then do this. X pause, and make sure when you infinite wall jumping, you want to make sure that you are, when you approaching the wall, you want to make sure your joystick is holding right. That is the most common way why infinite wall jumps fail. If you're not holding your joystick towards the wall, in this case to the right, it won't count. As you just saw a few times there, because you saw me fail it a few times. And that's why. Because if you do like this, or this, it will just do that. It won't turn you around when you pause. I don't know if you'll get it here, but that's a good habit to practice in wall jumping. Maybe come back down here. Once you reach the top, your view will be obscured, and you want to kind of go onto the right here, onto the visible box. Now you may have noticed while I was wall jumping. Let me do that again. You may notice when I was wall jumping, I did 2 wall jumps here. That's what I normally do. 1 and 2. Oh. Damn it. See? That's me failing it. That's because I didn't hold right. I was kind of holding the joystick downwards, which is why I failed it. So let me go back to that. So once you die once is this trick, you have to start all the way from the beginning. So a lot of pressure, which is why I recommend getting used to these wall jumps. So 2 wall jumps on the white pillar, move to the right, and wall jump on the green wall. Notice that I'm moving towards the camera while I'm wall jumping. And that is because you have to make it just past this orange book right here. Make sure you are holding the joystick directly against the wall, so you won't lose the infinite wall jump. And you will grab onto the invisible box. Once you do that, jump twice, and you should make it here. Don't jump too far or you will go off the ledge. But if you fall down, don't worry, you just land here. So you just go onto the ruler and just go to the right ledge. So there's no risk at all. Just get over to the on top of the fireplace or whatever this is called, the bookshelf. Once you're here, go onto this wooden shelf here, and the camera will be locked like this. So you do have to kind of adjust for that. And from here, you go onto these, I don't know what those are called, more shelves. And then you hopefully will reach the purple book. If you don't, just wall jump up to this brown platform. Now there's 2 routes you can go here. I'm not going to be doing this, but if you go here, you do what I call invisible platforms. Instead of doing the solid platforms you'll see earlier, you can go here. Not in here, but go on top of the egg carton and wall jump onto the visible dominoes, which will be over there. I'm not going to be doing that. That's an expert strat. I'm going to be doing the intermediate strat, which loses, I would say, 15 to 20 seconds if you do the visible platforms very well. but I'm not going to be covering that in this video. So from here, I'm going to go into the right side of this shelf and then wall jump up, directly upwards. You don't have to go too much to the right this time. Okay, you kind of do, never mind. And then you will land here. Now for a word of warning, if you land on this suitcase or this orange green thing in front of me, you will trigger a the animation, and you have to go that way. So watch out for that. You don't want to trigger that, or these things will go away. But what you did do here, you did trigger a checkpoint. So if you die past this point, you will spawn here. Now from here, this is the hardest part of the trick, which is why for the beginner strat, I recommend just do this casually. And if you're doing this casually, make sure you don't die, because if you die beyond this point doing the casual strat, you will soft lock the level or like lock it up, so you have to like exit and enter the level again, which is not good. So avoid the warning. That's only if you're doing the casual strat, well the easier strat. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to be doing the moderate strat by landing on the hamster cage and onto the dominoes you see up ahead. And you may have noticed, if you're doing the extra strat, those will be invisible. So that's kind of the routing for that, if you're curious. So from here, I want to wall jump. Now this hamster cage may look easy, but it's actually very finicky. What you want to do here is land right there on the left. See where my red arrow is? You want to land right there on that line. Because if you land too far or too inwards, you will either get trapped into the hamster cage or fall into the invisible coffee below. So what I do here is let me go back here. I wall jump, infinite wall jump, go above the tube and go just left. Once you're here, you want to use the full I guess like kind of like that. Your full the full momentum you get from a wall jump to land there. Not the full, you want to cut off just a little bit more. It just takes practice. It's kind of like a movement strat you have to get used to. So I'm going to do it right now. So let's land back onto the platform. I may not get this first try, by the way, so... it's like I said, it's a pretty precise strat. So go wall jump here. Oops, ah damn it. Wall jump. Okay, I'm gonna die here. Like I said, there's a checkpoint there. So you want to go above the tube, wall jump, infinite wall jump, until you reach like parallel to it, and you want to land roughly here. If you land too far to the right, you will go through the cage. If you land too far to the left, you'll fall into the coffee below, invisible or not. So you want to carefully walk to the edge. And see that yellow bug down there? The yellow and blue bug with the blue spine? You're going to jump onto that. And to do that, you have to make sure you're on the very corner of this hamster cage. Not too far forward or you will fall off. So once you're roughly here, you want to kind of walk a bit and then jump and double jump onto the bug. Make sure you space out those double jumps, right? From here, the camera will lock again and you have to carefully look ahead. Alright? So once you're here, land on the red thing, double jump. Then land on this domino, single jump. Once you're here, you want to land on the domino directly facing Woody, right? So you do that by double jumping, a full double jump. Until you see the shadow and you stop. Words of warning, on the PC and Wii version, there is no shadow, so you kind of have to minimize these movements. A double jump to the domino is how you do that. And then you want to do a single jump to this domino right there. And then once you're here, you want to get onto the 5 side and go like in the middle of it, of the 5 side of the domino. If you look closely, that's the 5 side. And then you want to go in the middle and go to the left. From here, you go do another infinite wall jump up the basket and to get onto the plates. And now there is a cutscene skip you can do. And that if you like wall jump into the trigger instead of walking into it, you can actually skip a cutscene, which saves like I would say 10 seconds maybe, 5 to 10 seconds. I don't know if I could get that or not, but that's a fancy trick you can do. So I don't know if it works on PC or Wii though, but I know it works on 360 and PS3. So I'm gonna do here. I'm going to do the wall jump off the basket. Make sure you do this correctly. You don't want to die here. And then you should clear the plates and then go to the cutscene. I didn't get it there, but if you will wall jump above the plates and go into the cutscene while in the animation of the wall jump, you will skip that cutscene. I didn't do it here. You can watch my PB to see how it's done. Anyway, once you're here, you want to go on this rail, and we're going to be doing a new trick, a newish trick called rail skip. Not rail glitch, rail skip. I will show you how to do that. First, take damage here. And you want to jump here to take that extra damage. And then you want to dash. You don't have to worry too much about dashing. That's only for, like, I would say when you get more comfortable with the game, you can just walk that. But I'll be dashing a lot more in my PB though. From here, you want to do a wall jump, infinite wall jump. Remember, make sure your joystick is facing directly the wall. It is really hard to do it here, or much harder to do it here, simply because the wall is curved. And for added bonus, if you want to be safe, you can also do a pause twice to make sure you have time to actually put your joystick towards the wall, like I just did here. It loses a little bit of time, especially on PC and Wii, but it's definitely a lot safer if you're not comfortable with wall jumps, like I'm not right now. Lol. Anyway, you want to wall jump on the blue portion, I think. That's a little bit easier. It's really hard to find the right angle to make these wall jumps. Now from here, if you lingered inside this tunnel here for too long, the camera will mess you up. You might saw one of the recent videos I did, not my recent videos, like one of the videos I did. When you land there, if you go there, the camera just goes all over the place. So you want to make sure you're in motion going through this tunnel, so the camera will screw you, Mitchell. And then you want to jump, wall jump onto the rail. Sometimes you can do 2 wall jumps. In this case I did 1, but you can be comfortable and do like 4 if you want to make sure you land on this rail. And make sure you land on the arrow, I think, or the rail. Doesn't matter, you can just land on the rail or the arrow. They both do the same thing. From here you want to don't touch anything, just die. And then you'll be here. On PC, the camera won't be fixed, but on 360, the camera is fixed. Alright, so keep that in mind. So this is technically harder on 360, which is why I'm doing it on 360. So on 360, the trick is more blind, and by the way, sometimes the camera doesn't lock like this, but most of the time, like 90% of the times it does. Why it happens, I have no idea. So from here, you want to do an infinite wall jump again, get to the same area you were before, off this wall. Much easier than before because you can just put the joystick towards the wall now and do infinite wall jumps much easier. Now from here, the rocket exterior will get in the way. So you kind of have to, so what you want to do here is go up this invisible slope. You can kind of see what you're going up of it. You want to go up of it until you reach the top and then jump over the wall and now bounce. Right? So like I said, this will be a blind trick. I may put a clip here on PC, which you'll see in a moment. Alright, there you go. You saw that trick on PC. So that we're gonna be doing that on 360. So I'm gonna do here, go against this wall. Then go right. Once you go right, once you go around here, you want to jump over the wall to facing the jump over the wall towards kind of the camera corner. It's hard to describe, but you pretty much want to jump out like right. Just think of it. Just jump to the right once. Don't go too far to the right though. That's very important. Alright? Alright, so I'm gonna do this now. Go against the wall, and I kind of have a, I guess, mental way to do this. I have no visual cues. I just go up the ramp and hopefully make it, which works most of the time for me. But you can kind of do like a number system, like 1, 2, reach the top. So like 1, 2, and then you want to jump outwards, kind of like that. Then once you do that, ground pound, jump towards the blue thing. On PC and X360, only jump once. Don't go too far or you reach another death plane. Just jump once. And if you don't feel comfortable jumping, you don't have to. You can just ground pound and you lose a little bit of time, but hey, it's a little bit safer than dying here. And then once you do that, you want to quickly jump onto the platform. And if you or you can jump on the rail as well. And if you miss the platform or the rail like I just did, just die here. Because you get a checkpoint here, up there, just die and make it up there. So really only loses like 3 seconds if you miss this platform or the rail. And of course the rail brings you onto this platform, right? Another thing to notice, if you don't jump towards the blue thing like I did when I was bounce, you just land down here. The whole purpose for that one jump is to land up there. So like I said, it's not a big deal. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, just don't do it. Then from here it's pretty much casual. Get this battery. Your view will maybe obstructed a little bit on 360, but in most cases it's not. But it's still very easy. I have a policy here that when the battery reaches the blue thing right there, I don't ground pound. Because the battery just goes off in the distance too far. So I just carry it once it reaches that last blue thing. Reach the O. This O right there. Throw into the battery and the game will automatically warp you there. Once you're here, you do your final 2 wall jumps, infinite wall jumps. So you go by this L, just on top of it, and go to the very edge, double jump, space off your jump, and jump. Infinite wall jump off the ledge, and then you reach the end the level trigger, and that's it. You've beaten Bonnie's house just like that. Like I said, there's a beginner's route, an intermediate route, and the expert route. All 3 of them is pretty similar to this, except for the hamster cage section, where you could either do the invisible platforms, the way I just showed you, or the more casual way, which is the beginner route. Anyway, folks, I hope this helped. Thanks for watching. Have any questions? Go into the Discord or leave it in the comments below. Thank you.